Nottingham Forest and Nuno are set to receive some injury boosts ahead of the game against Sheffield this weekend. Welcome to your Forest News. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to your latest Forest news. Coming up in today's video, we'll talk to you about Murillo, Neco Williams, Dominguez, and what happened to him, Taiwo, and a few others. And where are Forest points? We're still waiting. The clock is ticking. But guys, if you haven't already, as always, please hit that like button. Let's see if we can get like 500 likes. You guys have been smashing it on the videos this week. Subscribe here if you're new. It's free. You get all your Forest news. It's one click away. So make sure you've done that. And if you want to win, look at this new prize from Football Prizes. You've got a whole squad away kit signed by the whole squad. And on top of that, an Insta prize win of the home kit signed by the whole squad if you hit ticket number 100 from Football Prizes. So make sure you go check that out. The link's pinned in the comments. Thank you to Football Prizes for sponsoring this video. Alrighty then, let's jump into it. So who do you guys want to start with? Let's start with the good news. I'm going to pair two together. I'm going to pair Boly and Murillo, who have been seen on Sky Sports in the training ground. And it is expected that both of them should be hopefully available for the Sheffield game this weekend. And I think that's two huge boosts. I think Boly was sensational against Man City, even though we lost. But we needed that experience and that leadership that he showed in that game. So I'm hoping he's fit, and Murillo is Murillo. In fact, someone sent me a picture on Twitter of Murillo doing a drive-through or something. He's walking around fine. People are seeing him out and about. So that's definitely good news on Murillo. So I expect both of them to be in contention this weekend. The not so good news is Neco Williams. So what we do know is still only what Nuno has said about him and the way he went off in the game. So I don't expect Neco to be back for this game. In a way, you know, he's been in good hot form, but I thought Montiel came on and did okay. And I think we've got enough options to cover it, especially against crappy Sheffield. You could put Montiel at right back. You could put Einar at right back, bring Tuffalo in or Tavares in or whatever you want to do. So I think we've still got enough, you know, strength and depth in those positions. Rob, thank you so much for subscribing, bud. So that one, although it is a blow with Neco Williams, isn't not critical, what's the word? Life-threatening, catastrophic, because we have cover is what I'm saying. Now the interesting one is Dominguez, and we've been able to find a quote on what's happened here. So there's been a quote from Nuno who said, Neco had a problem and was out. Let's recover all of them. We have to assess them. That's the quote on Dominguez. So one bit of good news on that Dominguez one is that he's not fallen out with Nuno, because it was weird. There was no talk about him during the game, no nothing. Now, it's expected that he's kind of 50-50 from some other reports we're seeing, currently being assessed and should be maybe in contention for the 4th, which is, of course, the Sheffield game. So that's good news as well. The big one, though, is Taiwo. Taiwo is expected to be assessed for this weekend and potentially could make, I think, the bench. I don't think he will start because he's been out for too long. I think they're going to try and wrap Taiwo up with cotton wool. Now, initially, if I take you back, we were always told that Taiwo would be back before the end of the season, and they expected him to have some form of impact on Forest's proceedings on the pitch towards the end of the season. Well, guess what? We are now towards the end of the season. And if we pick up on the last quote we've heard from Nuno on it, just to freshen your guys up, let's see how he is. Definitely Taiwo gives us another option as a striker. Let's see if he can join the group this week. So that was from a couple of days ago from Nuno. So it looks like he's back in full training. Would you risk him? With Chris Wood losing his powers at Spurs on the post, is it time for Taiwo? Ooh, that rhymes a little. I would say not for this game. I'd bring Taiwo on halfway through the second half, get him some minutes in. I think for me, Chris Wood has had a decent record against the crappy clubs at the bottom. I think he scored the winner, didn't he? Or both of them against Sheffield earlier in the season. He scored all the goals against Luton as well. And I can't remember if he did or didn't against Burnley. Actually, that's Callum Hudson-Odoi. But I think this might be a good one for Chris Wood. Maybe he gets a couple of chances and maybe he can, you know, shake that voodoo that I put on him after the Spurs match. So that's a lot of the player updates. In general, we'll do a full debrief and a full preview for you guys on the players come probably tomorrow some point. I'll give you my predicted teams and all of that. But what's good is the squad is kind of shaping up. Realistically, I think potentially Neco Williams will be the only one who doesn't have at least a 50-50 shot of making it to the game this weekend. And talking about 50-50 shots, man, I've got Jimmy on tonight at 8:45. We're going heads up because, of course, we've got the watch along tomorrow for the Luton match and the Forest game the following day. We're cramming everything in. Grumpy Old Reds is going to be early at like 6:30 as well. It's going to be a lot of content this week. Now then, let's move on to the more important topic. Well, just as important. The points. Where are thou points? Are we getting any points? It's still radio silence from the corrupt FA, man. Nothing coming through yet. We were expecting an announcement either yesterday or today. I will be so angry if they don't announce it before the Sheffield game. Because again, that will whiff to me of corruption. It's like almost like they're waiting to see, well, what did Luton do against Everton? Let's see what Forest do against Sheffield. We still need a bit of a battle, so we'll give them no points, you know? Or, oh, Forest have won and Luton have lost, and now there's no real relegation battle. Man City have won the league kind of thing. Let's dock Forest some more points. So this result for me has to come out before the Luton game. So it has to be today or the latest tomorrow morning. I really am expecting it this afternoon. Usually going back through and looking through all the release dates of the docked points for the two Everton ones and the Forest one, and etc. They've all been around 4 to 5 p.m. UK time. So if that breaks, we'll have a video ready for you guys coming out and letting you know. Still, the feeling is, and the few murmurs I'm hearing is Forest will get 1 point back. There's no, but I can't substantiate that for you guys. Let me make it crystal clear. I've seen rumours, people saying 2. There's been talkSPORT rumours that we talked about the other day saying 2. I'm not gonna put my mortgage on any of those scenarios, because even the people who are saying 1 to me, I do trust them, but it's still, you know, a sealed envelope kind of scenario. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out at 8:45 tonight, as I'm gonna take on Jimmy and put him in his goddamn place. And I'll tell you what, if you're not into your bickering, I wouldn't watch tonight. I'd give this one a miss, because he's going to get it. If you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new, and we'll see you at 8:45. Just bring it, Jimmy. Just bring it. Come on, you Reds.